If God exists and has endowed humanity with reason, the ability to think critically, investigate based on evidence and exercise moral judgments, then it stands to reason that this gift is central to what makes us unique and is perhaps the defining aspect of our relationship with the divine. It is also possible that God uses religion as a test of our willingness to use reason and reject unfounded claims in our spiritual search, rather than blindly accepting dogma. Religions, while often claiming to represent divine truth, are frequently based on unverifiable and contradictory assertions, and often demand adherence to doctrines that contradict reason, evidence, or moral intuition. Historically and today, religious beliefs have been a highly effective moral platform for justifying conflict, oppression, and division. Even when religions promote good deeds, these are often framed as a means of obtaining divine reward or avoiding punishment, rather than as expressions of independent moral reasoning. If God values reason as his greatest gift to humanity, then religions may represent a deliberate test. The temptation to accept easy answers provided by dogma, to submit uncritically to authority, and to forego rational inquiry may itself be the challenge that God poses to us. Overcoming this test would require people to question, to think critically, and to seek truth and morality independently. On this view, rejecting religion would not be an act of defiance, but a fidelity to God's gift of reason. This perspective does not deny that religions have inspired acts of compassion and unity, but emphasizes that these acts can and often do occur outside religious frameworks as well, freed from promises of rewards and punishments. Rationality, empathy, and commitment to justice are not exclusive to the religious. Indeed, atheists and secular people frequently exemplify these qualities, motivated not by the promise of eternal reward, but by their intrinsic understanding of ethical principles. Thus, if God exists and values rationality, he might judge humanity not by its religious adherence, but by our ability to resist the temptation of uncritical belief and act morally and rationally. The true test of faith might lie in the courage to reject unfounded assertions in favor of reflective inquiry and ethical living. Embracing a religion without evidence may, in this light, be a greater failure than unbelief. Even more so when its acceptance implies adherence to morally dubious or harmful practices and behaviors. In short, the true test of God may lie in whether we use reason to navigate a world full of contradictory religious claims, choosing independent moral reasoning over blind faith. If so, atheists, by rejecting unfounded dogma and embracing reason, may, in fact, come closer to passing this divine test than those who submit to the easy certainties of religion.